Dear brothers and sisters, Salam and peace everyone. I am Imam Gazi Aga, chaplain at Sacred Heart University. I'll try to find an answer to how to be happy again. And believe me, I need this more than you. During COVID-19, we opened old photo albums and a lot of times we asked ourselves, will this joy come again? Will we be happy again? And as you see, you are not alone. Time has gone by so quickly, and you have no idea how you got to where you are. You might begin to feel sad because you have drifted so far from where you wanted to be at this time. You have given up, and your goal now is just to get by. You just want to be happy. Well, the way we choose to deal with these thoughts will determine if we will be happy again. Today, a lot of people confuse fun with happiness. Fun brings about positive feelings like excitement, pride, and hope. But positive feelings are not enough for a happy life because those emotions fade away so quickly. And this is the main problem with fun. We are only happy while we are doing the fun activity. Unfortunately, a lot of people replace the places of worship with places where they have fun. They replaced visiting our beloved ones with fun time. They replaced charity with more money for fun. Viktor Frankl was a Holocaust survivor and the founder of logotherapy, a school of psychotherapy which describes a search for a life meaning as the central human motivational force. According to him, when a person can find a deep sense of meaning, they distract themselves with pleasure. Dear brothers and sisters, unfortunately, we are cultivating the same culture to our kids also. The fun activities we plan for our children teach them to live for the moment. And probably this is the reason why more toys are not enough to make kids happy. Our goal should be the achievement of a long-lasting happiness. Well, true happiness and contentment is the result of a number of factors and can only be achieved by finding a balance between the material and spiritual aspects of life. Happiness does not mean having a perfect life. There will be hard times in life too. Sadness is a part of what makes us human. No living soul is unfamiliar with it. Even our prophets faced multiple episodes of sadness. Jacob wept until he lost his vision. We know what happened with Joseph, with Moses, with Jesus, peace be upon them, and we know what happened with Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He experienced bouts of sadness upon the loss of his wife and uncle. Hence, sadness is not a sign of weakness in any form. To experience sadness is to be human, and we are all humans. Having strong faith does not render a believer to be an exception to the emotion of sadness. Dear brothers and sisters, faith, however, equips us with the tools to combat depression and hopelessness. There is nothing wrong with accepting and acknowledging your grief. The strength of a believer is that he never loses hope, despite all the pain and grief. That, in essence, is what true faith is. God promises in Quran, "For indeed with hardship will be ease." Trust His word, even if the suffering feels endless and you feel yourself getting exhausted from the weight of it all. Do not lose hope, for there is easy in something even better waiting for you right around the corner. Nothing remains forever, not even hardships. And those believers who hold on to hope and faith in God and adopt patience amidst their difficult times are then rewarded in ways human beings cannot even imagine. So remember, this too shall pass. Dear brothers and sisters, everlasting happiness is possible by not overwhelming yourself. We are not in control of everything around us. We cannot change the past or control the future. God is in control. Take a moment. Embrace your lack of control over your circumstances and know that the one in control is the best of planners and loves you more than you can imagine. Surrender your attempts to control your life. Leave it up to God and trust His plan for you. Sometimes, the human mind is unable to understand God's ultimate wisdom behind every single thing that happens to us. However, by accepting that God is in control and welcoming His plans for us, ultimately leads to the enrichment of your mind, body, and soul. A believer is rewarded based on the effort, not the result. Do not make yourself anxious over the unknown outcomes. Play your role the best you can and leave the rest to God. Dear brothers and sisters, be grateful for the blessings that God has bestowed you with. During the hard times, we tend to forget the blessings we have around us and instead focus more on the things that are going wrong for us. It is human nature. We tend to get lost in circumstantial sources of grief and pain and forget to notice our source of blessings. Remind yourself that you have a lot to be grateful for at the same time, whether it is a loving family, supportive friends, food in your belly every night before you sleep, a roof over your head, Sacred Heart University, and countless other things. Remind yourself that you are better off than so many other people who do not share our fortune in these domains. Dear all, your prayers will be accepted, but pray wisely. People sometimes desire the wrong things for the right purpose. We all want to be happy, but through the wrong ways. Not everything that we desire is good or is nice for us. According to the famous Jim Carrey, he says that I think everybody should get rich and famous and do everything they ever dreamed of so they can see that it's not the answer. What do you do in life when you get everything you wanted? What happens when you wake up every morning with everything you ever wanted? You begin to question, is this it? Most people chase money, wealth, success, and fame in hopes that it will bring them happiness. But once they attain it, the person is disappointed and thinks to themselves, that's it? That's what all the hype was about? I don't feel happy or fulfilled. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, says, being rich does not mean having a great amount of property, but it is being content with what one has. Dear brothers and sisters, faith and righteous deeds, this is the most instrumental to achieve the happiness and contentment. Belief plays a vital role in a believer's life to make him feel content with things that have been destined for him. It is through this that one can enjoy the blessings of this life and everlasting bliss in the world to come. The feeling of insufficiency and incapacity is the major source of discontent and unhappiness. So, avoiding comparisons, it is very important. People generally tend to look at people above them and desire to be like them. Nevertheless, Islam advises us to look at those below us and feel content at what God has provided us. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, says, look at those who have less than you, and do not look at those who have more, lest you should belittle the blessings of God that you already possess. Happiness, dear brothers and sisters, has more to do with human mind and heart. Hence, peace of the mind and psychological security play a key role in the attainment of happiness. And that is why we see that many affluent people do not find the way to happiness despite all the prosperity and luxury they enjoy, while many people who live a miserable life are able to smile, are able to enjoy inner peace, tranquility, happiness, and contentment. A man can achieve his career goals and reach the height of success. However, what is beyond his reach might be his peace of mind and the feeling of security, which can only be achieved by getting rid of fear and anxiety and observance of his duties to his Almighty Lord. While true happiness is not about acquiring the wealth, fame, prestige, status, and satisfying one's desires. Rather, it is achieved by accumulating the pleasures of the body, heart, and soul. Have 1 hour per day, 30 minutes per day, for your soul to pray, to meditate, and reflect. As they say, if you don't have 30 minutes for yourself, you don't have a life. So, dear brothers and sisters, make some space. Have a coffee with me, and happiness will come back.